Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Childhood Finds, and thank you for joining me for this video. Today we are doing a very specific haul video, and I will tell you why we are doing it. But do know this is part 1 of 3. So I bought, you see my trash bag over here, I bought 3 of these full, 30 gallons full of plush and stuffed animals. I went to a big estate sale and they needed stuff to move, and they did have these more individually priced on size, but they were willing to make bulk deals. And I told them, like, I'll help you move some of this, but I have to have a better deal. I can't pay what's being asked. If I do, I'm only gonna get a couple. So I moved a whole bunch for them. They gave me a deal. They still made money. A lot of the plush there wasn't really valuable, but I thought this might be a useful video for people that might consider selling plush or think it's a useless category and think it's gross and not worth your time. I wanted to be able to show you why I picked up each thing, tell you why I looked at it, tell you what solds are, my listings. I'm gonna try to do this video later down the road so that I can get every single thing in this bag processed. And that might mean it gets donated, it has to be thrown out because of wear, condition issues, or it gets listed. So then I can either put up solds or my listings here, or tell you that it had to get donated or thrown out, or sacrificed to one of my 2 dogs that are here. And sacrifice is a strong word. They are ones that do not destroy toys. That's why we have millions for them. But I thought this might be a fun video. I'm excited to do it. I got 3 of these bags. I paid $40 a bag. So it's probably gonna work out to less than $1 a plush, but we'll total it at the end to look at my cost of goods. But we're gonna go through 1 bag per video so that the videos aren't crazy long. But hopefully if you are sticking around for this video, I hope you enjoy it. So let's go ahead and just get started. I'm just gonna start pulling them out and we'll see what's in here. I hardly remember what I grabbed because I was just grabbing. I was there for an hour and a half going through all of it. It was crazy. So this is the first one. I don't think this bow here was originally here. I think they glued it on, but I think I can still sell it. I have sold this exact bear in pink for I think 30. I just sold it, and it is a gund here, and it's from 1976. And this one's made in Japan. It has a rattle in it. I just sold the pink one for 30. I imagine probably 15 to 20. This might vary the price. I might put it at the lower end because of that, or see if I can remove it at all. But I pick up any old gund. Even though it's a brown bear, I don't pick up a ton of bears because they do sit. So my guidelines for this was not to do any sort of, I wasn't allowed to touch the Cabbage Patch dolls, Barbies, anything priced up. I was only allowed to touch the basic plush to put in these bags. So this I originally left out of the bag, but he ended up giving it to me for free with the bag because it wasn't a Cabbage Patch doll. But this is Rainbow Bright, and it's still gonna at least be worth 15, 20. But he threw this one in, but originally I wasn't supposed to touch these. That's why I left it out for him so he could price it separately if he wanted. But it has, let's see, it's Hallmark from 1983. I don't know how well you'll be able to see tags, but this is always one to kind of look out for. Not super valuable, but definitely worth the pickup. And I will total up how many I bought at the end, and we'll do a cost of goods. This, also a lot of these, I wouldn't have picked up if it wasn't fill a bag, because it got to a point sometimes where I'm like, I just need to fill this bag. Let's start grabbing some stuff. So a lot of these guys aren't gonna be super high value, and that's okay. I don't have a high cost of goods, and I wanna get all these listed for Christmas. So I'm okay that it's gonna be a long tail item. Your plush is going to be a long tail item, and that means it's probably gonna take 6 months or more to sell. I don't mind that in this business. Yes, sell-through rate matters, but for me, I gotta find what I can find. And so this one I wouldn't have picked up if it wasn't fill a bag, but it's a little walrus, and it has its tag. It's Charm Co. And it's nothing super special. Let me see if the tag says a date at all. Nope. But it does have ground nutshells. That it says that on the tag. A lot of vintage ones do. You need to put that into the title or something in the description, because that does matter. Because people like me that have nut allergies, mine isn't as severe, but if I ingest like cashews, I will go into anaphylactic shock. So it's important to put that into your description and or title that there's nutshells, but probably 8 to 10. This is a Starbucks bear. I pick these up anytime I see them for cheap, but usually they aren't cheap. This one luckily has its tag. Some of these can be pretty valuable. I've sold some for 30 plus. This one doesn't scream anything special to me. Let me see if it tells us a date. And this one is 34th edition in the Barista Bear collection. It's 2004. Tag's not in the best shape, but it also says it on the tush tag. It's made exclusively for Starbucks Coffee Company, but probably $15 for it. And so let me tell you the prices really quick, what they originally kind of were. They were originally like 1 to 3 for small, like 3 to 5 for medium, 5 to 10 for big. So I know that I got an amazing deal, so I'm very happy with it. They definitely worked with me on this, and they needed to clear it. You know, if they needed to get the best money for the client, they wouldn't have worked with me. But they needed to clear the house so that it could be sold. This is a Dakin bear. It's not in the best condition. You can definitely tell that it's got some weight, age, and wear. I'll probably just put the pictures because it's not like it has like specific damage. It's just old. This one still has its hang tag, and it's just, again, a basic brown bear, so it's not going to be worth a bunch. It's Dakin Jointed Nature Babies. My name is Bandy Bear, and he is from 1973. So I am not upset that the condition isn't perfect because it is definitely older. I would bet at least, yeah, 10-ish. But again, we're already at 5 here, and I paid $40 for this bag. This I wouldn't have picked up again if I hadn't got the cheap price, because I took a walk through the house before I worked out a deal with them, and there was only a couple I grabbed that I went, yes, I will pay what they're asking. But then I just talked to them and I just said, okay guys, I'll take a bunch out, but I need better. This is just a chipmunk. It's Kohl's Care gunned. I wouldn't have picked this up if it wasn't for the fill-a bag, but it's probably $8. But again, it doesn't shatter. I can throw this in a poly mailer. I don't even know what's in here anymore. It's a dog. Oh, it's made exclusively for Macy's Sway to Shop. Is it really Sway to Shop by Gund? I don't know, but it has the gun tag there, and it's just a basic dog. It definitely has breast cancer awareness, bandana. I don't know. I just picked it up mostly because it's gunned. I pretty much pick up any gun that's really cheap. But again, I'm going to be putting up solds, etc. over here. This I need to do some cleanup with because this was like a get well soon handmade one. Like I need to take off, we got to take this, that off. And like the band-aid needs to come off and get it cleaned up if I can. Yeah, I'll work on that later. But I picked this up even though it's a bear because it's Kamar. And usually Kamar can be pretty good, and it's Kamar. And typically that brand can be pretty decent. I've sold some good ones in that brand, and there are collectors for it. So even though it's just a bear, I picked it up because it's probably at least 10. That's what you're going to see a lot in this bag. These bags is a lot of 10, 12, 15, 20. I am fine with that, guys. It's easy packing and shipping, and a lot of this stuff will start moving with fourth quarter. Oh, you're kind of cute. Oh, he's a Russ, and his name is Rockmunis, and he's a little raccoon. Just got to take off some of these adornments. All the dolls too had handmade clothing, and that's why I didn't touch the dolls, because I don't know enough. But he's just a raccoon, and I pretty much pick up any of the Russ that have the names on them like this, because some of them can be really, really good, but a lot of them are $10. And this one is 1978, and he also is ground nutshells. we'll count this at the end. This I picked up, again, I almost never pick up bears, but I pick them up when there's specific reasons to pick up said bears. And this is in pretty decent condition. I just have a couple little spots to clean, but it's a pink bear. I guess they're hearts, but it's Commonwealth. So it says that on the tag, Commonwealth, and it's from 2002. I pretty much pick up most Commonwealth that's early 2000s, 1990s. It can do pretty well. And I think I saw sold for this at least $20. A lot of these I didn't check solds because I was just grabbing. Oh, he's so cute. He's a little froggy. This is the Dakin with its tag. And let's see here. It was from 1979. I think these spots are original to it. Hopefully, I think so. They don't look like they're dirt spots. And let's see if he has a name. Bean Bags. His name is Frog Legs. Okay. Not as cute as some others. But he's just a cute little guy. Probably at least 10 with his little tag. And this is Thinking About You on this special Valentine's Day. And it is a, are you a brand? Oh, Commonwealth. Commonwealth from, it doesn't say. But it's a Commonwealth dog, little terrier that I think will at least sell for 10-ish. This might take a little while to sell, but that's fine. How I do my plushes, I picture it and then I put them all into clear poly bags and then store them. And then when they get sold, I just pull them out and either set them in a box or put them in a poly bag, depending. If they like this with its tag, I would box it. Okay, there's way more in these than I thought there was. This I picked up, again, a bear, but it's got a cute little Christmas vibe here. There's little bear feety pajamas, but he is Kelly Toy. He's a vintage Kelly Toy. Kelly Toy is not like an amazing brand, but he's definitely vintage and he's got his tag. I'd probably ask 10 to 12 for him. This is a cute little pup. It's not going to be anything special, but it is a slightly older Aurora because of the tag. I don't know how much, but I pick up a lot of the dogs if they're in the decent brands. I like Aurora, but most Aurora is not very valuable. I did actually list an Aurora dog for $60 and I have watchers on it, so I'm kind of waiting to see how it goes. This, I don't know. This is Disney and it's dog, and I picked up Rosebud Disney dog. That's in one of these bags, and she was really valuable. So I don't know if this is from that same franchise. I'm just gonna Google Lens it and see, but it's in pretty clean condition. White dog, we'll see what character it is. We'll see when we put up something over here. This needs to be cleaned up, but it's just a little kangaroo hand puppet with a creepy little baby kangaroo. They really phoned it in on making that baby kangaroo. And it is Dakin from 1975. It's definitely got Stife vibes to me with the feel of it. It's still gonna probably be 8 to 10. It needs maybe a little freshen up, clean, but it's pretty cute. Oh, just a bunny. So far I haven't felt any giant holes on these, but I will put up if I just can't sell something. This is Applause. It's from 1988. Nothing special, guys. Applause is another one of those brands that's decent. They make characters, but you're not going to get rich off of it. But when you're paying what I paid for them, it's fine. I did try to steer away from giant plush. That was one thing I tried to do, but I still have some giant plush in here. But it happens. You have to consider, I was originally going to be, the giant plush would have been $8 to $10, and I got it for probably less than $1. I don't know. His name is Cowboy, and he's a Russ. He's got the cute little cowboy outfit or hat, and he's just orange, and I picked him up because of color and because it is Russ, and it has his little name Cowboy on it. That is why I picked it up. Most of your rust that has names like this, they're never, I have sold a few of them that are definitely like 40, 50 plus. Most of them, again, are going to be that more $8, $10, $12, $15 range. But when you're paying not very much, that's fine. Because he'd just fit in a nice little like 555 box. Because I would not put him in a poly because of his hat. I don't want this getting crushed. Even though it probably wouldn't get that damaged, I still want to make a good impression on the buyer. And some things I don't know, I really don't think I'll be able to sell, but again, if I can sell a lot of this stuff, even if it's $8, that's fine. But I know I'm gonna make money. I paid $120 for all the plush. I will be showing you over 3 videos. So we'll see if I can make that back. It'll take a little while. It's not like other bulk buys I've done. But this is Dakin. He is just a little kind of dachshund is the vibes I'm getting here. I'll probably say dachshund, unless it leads me to do something else, because I know that would help sell it. Getting a breed name in your title can help sell your plush, as long as it's a correct breed. You're not just going like, look at this yellow lab. No. Look at this Bernese Mountain Dog. That is not what this is. But as long as it's kind of close, you're making a concerted effort to accurately identify, then it'll definitely help sell a plush. But here he is, just Dakin. Their tags, it says Dakin on them and says the date on these vintage ones, so you'd recognize it if you saw it. There's way more in these than I thought. Some of these things I did, like I don't typically pick up a lot of Winnie the Pooh because it does tend to sit, but it was a case of like, I could fit another thing in this bag. Let's fit this in this bag. And it's coming up on Christmas. So if I can get 8 to 10 for this, I'd be happy. Maybe even more with Christmas time coming up. But he's just Disney. He's Winnie the Pooh. And, oh, he was originally sold for $3.99. So crazy money here. But he's just a little Christmas tree. That might help sell him. So that's why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to get these listed. Oh, you're kind of cute. Oh, his name is Tough Teddy. Oh, that's cute. He's so tiny and his name is Tough Teddy. But he is winter vibes. That's why I picked him up. And because he is a Russ and has a name, that is a big reason I picked him up as well, even if he's only $10. You're not in the best shape in the world. We'll see if you're worth it. This is Samuel, and he is also Russ, has a name, Samuel, and Russ on the back is where you'll find that. And he's just a little kind of hound doggy puppy. He would definitely need some cleaning if I'm able to sell him, but I don't know if he will be worth selling. He's got some definite condition issues where he just isn't great. So we'll see. I didn't thoroughly check everything because I was just grabbing. And you are another Dakin. So a lot of the stuff I picked up with Dakin. I only picked up 1 or 2 Douglas. I like Douglas, but I didn't find much of that Gund. A lot of the plush just wasn't, it was either way too big or there was a whole room of the Christmas bear, snowflake teddy things. I don't pick those up. They're big, they don't sell. But a lot of this stuff I picked up, you know, dogs. I like to pick up animals, and Dakin is a good brand. Aurora on occasion, Kelly Toy. Like I tried to pick up decent brands, but he is just a laying down little doggy, long-eared, and he is from 1973. He again is ground nutshell, so that's important to note. But I picked him up because he's a Dakin, he's a dog, and he's from the 70s. But I also know that that doesn't mean super valuable with Dakins. I don't think I've found yet a Dakin that is worth a bunch of money, but I'm sure there's absolutely some. This guy I wasn't gonna pick up, but he is wild. This is a dog who's got crazy eyes, but he's holding a cute little flower. I don't know if it was supposed to be holding to something. I don't know. I'm gonna still try to list it. It's vintage, it's E-Tone. From 1985. I have never picked up that brand. I don't know a thing about that brand. I don't know if it's worth getting, but he's vintage and he's a dog. That's why I picked him up. I don't know if he'll be worth listing. Oh, another dog. Oh, look at you in your little hat. And a little bandana. Okay, what are you? Oh, it's Knickerbocker. Cool. Yeah, Animals of Distinction Knickerbocker. So a little hound doggy in a cute little kind of train outfit. That is why I picked him up, because he was Knickerbocker. I remember him now. And because he's a dog and he's just got the cutest little darn outfit on. That's why I picked him up. I don't know how much he's worth. I'm gonna count these soon to see if we're gonna be in a good place or not. This, I don't know if it was worth picking up. This might have been a mistake because he is large. This is Chris Mutt, but it's from Target. Let me see. Hi, I'm Chris Mutt, and I've been looking for a friend just like you. It's vintage, made in Korea, and made exclusively for Target stores. I don't know if he's going to be worth it, but I figured being in nice condition and having the tag, that it was worth a shot, especially because of Christmas. You know, big plush are one of the things that I'm willing to kind of weed out if they've been listed for a long time. So we'll just see what kind of solds are telling me if he's worth selling. And big plush, I love selling on Poshmark because of the shipping. It tends to be a little more affordable for people to buy it there. And then I get a use free priority box. Oh, this is my Rosebud. I think she's probably at least, I have another Rosebud, Disney Rosebud, that's listed for like 80 right now. I don't know how much the Santa hat one is worth, but I'd guess at least 30 plus. I knew her immediately when I saw her because I found the other one. So I picked this up for that. So Rosebud over here, and it's from a movie. I can't remember the name right now. I just remember this is Rosebud. Oh, I have another one of him listed, but not with green crazy hair. But he's got, I guess that's kind of Christmassy vibes, right? But he is from the world of Smile International Inc. I just picked him up because he's wild. I don't know if he'll be worth listing or if he's worth anything. I picked him up because of his coloring, and he's just vintage and weird looking. You can start to tell by tags and feel of plush if they're older. You really can. It's hard for me to describe some of it, but you can usually tell. It helps to see where it's made. A lot of made in Korea. Made in Korea pretty much tells you it's vintage. So that's it. You kind of just got to look at the plush. But vintage, I like to pick these up. And it's so little. That'd fit in a 464 box if I shipped it in a box. This is Peppermint Daisy Chain Press. Oh, it's a Russ. It's a bear. I don't know if this is going to be worth anything. It originally sold for $12. I don't know if it'll be worth anything, but it's Christmas time. I can say polar bear in the listing. And it has a name, Peppermint, and it's in very nice condition. So even if I can get $10 for it, I would call that a win. Oh, your hat's coming off. Can't have that, my friend. You got crazy hair. What are you? Woofits Dakin, 1980. I picked it up because it was Dakin, and I don't know what this is supposed to be. But he's yellow, cute, and he has a little hat. I don't have a lot of good reasoning sometimes when I pick up stuff, but when it's so cheap, I pick it up. Let me also talk quickly about plush too. I understand too why a lot of people don't want to buy it because they worry about like bed bugs, gross things, etc. traveling. I would not have picked up this much if it had been a gross house. This was a beautifully kept home. The person cherished these items. They were well displayed, taken care of. That is why I picked up so many. If this was a gross place, I wouldn't have picked up that many. But they're in, like most of them are in very good condition, and you could tell this person loved these dearly. And, you know, it's just time for them to go on to a new home for someone else to appreciate them. You know, everybody has their hobbies is what I always think. Everyone has their things they love and collection. So I never judge whoever wants to have their big collections. This is definitely a big collection. But you can tell they cherished them. So that is why I felt comfortable picking up so many. And I haven't been worried about grossness because all of these, if they need to be washed, there's like little dirt spots. It's nothing that makes me go, there's times when you pick up plush and it's crusty and disgusting. Those are times I don't buy clothing or plush. But in a clean house where they were cherished, yeah, I'll buy it. Oh, I also picked up the second peppermint just because I can do a quantity of 2 because this is in basically the same exact condition as the other one. So hopefully it's worth at least 10 bucks. Oh, aren't you adorable? Oh, your ear's separated. But you are a prestige toy core, and it's 1985. Cocker Spaniel vibes. I don't know what your little bow, if your bow is supposed to be there or not. Little Cocker Spaniel vibes, 1980s. I don't know if it'll be worth listing. I just could fit a lot of little plush into crevices too. Oh, this is Baby Chris Mutt. So maybe I can make a lot of Super Chris Mutt and Baby Chris Mutt, because then that would be an easier sell because I could put them in a box together. So I might lot them up together and see if that is the answer for these guys. We'll see how I list them. Hug Me, I'm Irish. This is O'Brien, and he is a Russ. So I picked him up even though he's a bear, and I don't love picking up bears because he had a cute little shirt on and because he had a name, O'Brien, and he is a Russ. That's why I picked him up. Probably $8. I don't imagine he's much. What are you? You are a colorful little friend. Dan Brechner, Plush Toy Co., Flower Park, New York. I don't know. I think I picked this up because of coloring and because I could fit it in the bag. I don't know anything about that name, brand, etc. But oh, he could be a little ornament. Well, that's kind of fun. So I might put that in the title. But he's a different color. He's fun. He's definitely older. That's why I picked it up. Just fun coloring. Fun coloring plush does sell. You know, things that aren't supposed to be pink, blue, etc. help sell. Oh, is this my decor raccoon? Yes, you are my decor raccoon. So these are pot bellies. You can tell because he has a little pot belly. And Decor is the brand that made the pot bellies. They make them the bears. The bears sell well, but I have sold this exact raccoon. I feel like 25 to 30, but I think it might have been a larger version. But either way, I know this will be at least 15 to 20 because he's a little pot belly. And Decor, it says it on the tag. It's Daekor. This is made in 1980. It's 12-inch potbelly raccoon. It says it on the tag. But I always pick up Decor potbellies when I find them. They always sell for me pretty quickly, actually. So, guys, that is all the plush that is in this bag. So let me count all of them, and then I will tell you what the cost of goods are. Okay, so the count on this bag is 36 plush, and I think it will be higher on some of the bags and lower on the other bag. I know one bag has some big stuff in it, and I know I crammed a lot of little into another, I think, but 36 is pretty good. So my cost of goods of 36 for $40 is $1.11, which is a little higher than I was hoping, actually. I could have probably crammed some more in, but I was at that house for a long time. But I do want to keep in mind, you know, like this dog, I think will probably pay for this bag. And then everything else is decent inventory, that pretty much all of this is decent and will eventually sell, I think, until I look at it harder. I am happy with this bag. Again, I'm not gonna get rich on these bags, guys, but I have to get the inventory where I can get it and how I can get it. And hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you for the second haul of this plush.